Vinny and Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
How are you feeling? You wrapped One Day at a Time back in February, and it is June, and it's finally released. Probably not in the way that you thought it was going to be released when you wrapped in February.
Yeah, it's pretty strange, but I suppose at one point we thought about not actually releasing it, but we figured our fans would really appreciate new music, so we kind of went ahead with it. And yeah, it is a very strange time, but at the same time, we are excited to get it out there, and we hope people enjoy it as much as we do.
Is it strange not being together? I mean, thank God for technology, because we all feel like we're together. But it has to be weird going, okay, usually when we do this stuff, we can take solace from each other. And sometimes solace means not chatting to each other, but just getting a hug or just a glance that you don't get to do via these Zooms. Do you miss that?
Yeah, it's a weird thing because like this is like our fourth album, and to be promoting it like we have been for the past kind of 3 months is so strange, because normally we had trips booked to like go to America for a couple of weeks and do promo around there, and same around Europe and stuff. So to have all that be cancelled and then not even able to do like any promo in Ireland at all, which is, it's just really strange. So it's a bit of an odd time, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to kind of get back together soon enough anyway, and yeah, get back to normal or some sense of normality. Like
with the first album, it was just the four of you. Then you recorded the second and the third, and there were more people involved. With this one, why did you go back to just the four of you, and what was so special about that?
Well, on our last album, like our first and second albums were kind of pretty much just the four of us.
Yeah.
And then in the music industry, like writing songs, there's this whole world where people get into a room and you can have like sometimes 10 people in a room writing one song. And we had never gotten into that. But on our third album, we decided, look, this is a big opportunity. We could work with different producers. We could, go to LA and work with big writers and stuff. So we did that for the last album. And it was an interesting album to make. We were very proud of it. But we felt that what's best for us and kind of what made us who we are, like what Kodaline is the four of us. So we just kind of wanted to get back to that. And that's what we did. And at the start, yeah, we just kind of went. The biggest difference actually with this new record is that in the past, even on our first and second albums, we had a producer, but this album we produced ourselves with our bass player Jay leading the production. That was new, but yeah, the four of us in a room, it worked really well. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad we did it, and we're very excited to release this album. So it worked out well.
Did it cause any friction? Because sometimes it is nice to bring someone else in who's not connected to you guys to go, do you know what? I'll make the final decision, and it doesn't feel like you're ganging up on one another. And I know that's not what happens, but sometimes when it's against what you're saying, you feel like the rest of the band is ganging up on you. Or does that just not happen with you guys?
It does. It does happen. Yeah, Vinny,
it does happen. Yeah, no, it definitely does happen, and it did happen in previous studio time with previous albums. But for this one, I don't know, it was just, we just had a different kind of mindset coming into the whole recording and writing of the album, that we were like, if there was an issue with that somebody had, that we'd talk about it. And I think like people that are close to us would know that like we're not the best communicators and stuff like that between each other. So we kind of actively made an effort to try and be better, and it was just for the sake of the band and for the sake of our own mental well-beings, that if we had an issue with somebody or something, that we talked to them about it. So I can't really remember like having any big fights or blowout kind of moments with the recording of this album. It just kind of not that it was all plain sailing like for the whole 13 months or whatever, but it was pretty much plain sailing, I think.
So you were probably pretty happy when you went, okay, we've wrapped the album, we're going to go our own separate ways for a little bit, let's just take a break. But you didn't expect this 3-month break.
No, we finished the album. We were leading up to, promo, and we were planning on doing little gigs and stuff, which we've done in the past before other albums. And then the whole lockdown happened. It, you know, it kind of threw us off like it did everybody else. But yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, like there was a point where we thought about not really releasing it, and then we decided to push ahead and release it because it's something we're very proud of, and yeah, we think our fans would really appreciate it. So.
And I've heard you guys say that, you know, now that it has been released, and especially released during this time, some of the songs have taken a different meaning to it. So like when you listen back to the songs, do you think, oh wow, I can hear another interpretation of it?
Well, yeah, a lot of people have said that. I think it's quite coincidental, you know, like particularly Saving Grace, you know, it's a song about being there for each other through the tough times, and yeah, that kind of hit home with a lot of people. And then on top of that, with the video for it as well, we got people around the world, fans, to film themselves at home, social distancing, and you know, and yeah, I mean, that song in particular really does lend itself to these times, which is really cool. But yeah, strange that it wasn't planned that way.
So what has been your saving grace during this time? Because it has, I know for a lot of us, it's been such an up and down times. The highs are so high and the lows are actually really low. What's been getting you guys through it?
For me, I'm lucky enough that my girlfriend has been with me this whole time. So, and exercise and music. That's pretty much it. And Zoom calls with friends. Yeah.
Well, Vinny, you get to see a different side of it as well, because, you know, we're all going through this together. But if I'm right, your wife works on the front line as a nurse.
Yeah,
so
yeah, no.
What's that been like for you and for your wife?
Yeah, it's a strange one, you know. We're also expecting like our first child as well in September, so she's pregnant. Thank you very much. Yeah, so she's pregnant as well, kind of dealing with all this, and then still having to go to work and work like 12-hour shifts and stuff. So it's yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, like, you know. It's just it's odd for her as well, because normally we're always away, you know. Like this is the longest in like 8 years that we've been home, you know. So normally we're kind of home for a week or two and then we're gone again for a couple of weeks. So it's I'm basically trying to not annoy her and stay out of the way. But yeah, and I think I think everybody can kind of relate to that. But yeah, no, it's like it's nursing is, it's like, I don't know, it's like a vocation, I suppose, and she's really into it. Like she works for St. Michael's House and works with kids in St. Michael's House. So so she's not in like a general hospital. So it's a little less stressful of an environment than working in like Beaumont or in the Mater or something like that. So but yeah, no, it still has its risks and stuff like that. But yeah, no, but she really loves doing what she does. So I'm just kind of here to support her and cheer her on, really.
Yeah, and you guys have still been able to do what you love. I love your live sessions. One of the ones that really stood out to me was your collaboration with Voices of Service, singing Brother. How did that come about? And are you going to miss those? Like, I'm thinking, when lockdown is over, will you continue with some of the live sessions? Because it's a great way for people who may not be able to come see you at a venue. I mean, there's nothing like being at a gig, but, you know, they still feel like they get to see you in real time.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to continue doing a lot of the streams, because they've gone down really well, and we actually really enjoyed doing them, and we do enjoy doing them. And well, who knows when we'll actually be able to play a real live show. So in the meantime, we'll just keep doing the streams. But the Voices of Service, we came across them. A friend of ours showed us them covering our song Brother on was it America's Got Talent or American Idol?
Yeah, America's Got Talent, I think.
America's Got Talent. And we just they just blew us away. Their version of our song Brother they just took it somewhere else. It was so gospel, and their story as well is incredible. Like, they're all ex-army vets. They sing together to help ex-army vets suffering from like post-traumatic stress disorder and stuff like that because of wars, which is incredible. But yeah, we just reached out to them, and they said yeah, and they jumped on the song with us, and we did this special stream version of Brother, and it turned out really, really awesome.
So what's the first thing you guys are going to do when you're all back together again in the same room?
Probably play some music.
Good question.
Yeah.
I kind of froze there for a second.
Yeah, we'd probably play some music, I think, just because like the live streams have been fun and all, and but there's it's nothing compared to like playing music together in a room and kind of just vibing off each other. So that's probably what we'll do. And yeah, I suppose for us it's kind of strange because normally we'd be going on tour during the summer and playing festivals and stuff. So to have a new album out and then to not be able to play them kind of like in front of an audience is going to be really strange for us. So yeah, like Steve said, we're definitely going to continue doing live streams. We'll probably start doing full band kind of live streams and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, I suppose, yeah, just trying to just catch up and stuff like that really and see each other face to face.
I know this is going to sound really corny, right? But you named your album this. We can take it just one day at a time and see what happens. And I love that, yes, you named this before the pandemic, but I think so many of us were just all about planning what was ahead and not actually taking it a day at a time. So I love that you've called it your album that, and I love that we have some new music to listen to during this time as well. So thanks, lads, as always.
Thank you very much.
No, appreciate it.